teams being active. They guaranteed it. Your team makes it into that national event, and I'm thinking it's going to be not as many teams as you might have in some of the other leagues that have been established for quite a few years. But Ultimate Pool, they've guaranteed $100,000 for their first placed team. You tell me where you're going to get that in amateur pool or in a pool league in general. But $100,000 right there. Again, that's from Pool New England on Facebook. You can reach out to me, too. I can get you in touch with whoever it is if you're not sure how to navigate there. You got my phone number. $1,000 to that first place team. And that's exciting stuff right there. You and your buddies can just go hang out, play pool at your local pool room, and then head on over to their main event and compete for $100K. $100K. Not bad at all. And again, you can reach out to me personally, Mike DeMarco, via Facebook, or if you got my contact info, just hit the cell. Or you can just go to Ultimate Pool New England on Facebook, and you can just shoot them a message and say, hey, what are we doing here? All right, Peter Copland coming with the safety right off the rip. Cleiton going with a 2-rail kick, maybe? You need to be 13 feet tall to stand up and jump that one, but goes with the 3-railer right behind it. Oh, no, is he going to leave a 2-9 combo? He is. Got to look out for the queuing over the 8-ball, but he does have an opportunity to shoot at this right here. Peter lining it up here. He's got access to the shot. Really just focusing in on that line. Going to get locked in his memory. Something caught his attention there. Just go right through it. Just double checking about the all right, they were just confirming the rule there. Yeah, if you just touch the ball, it's up to the opponent to leave it or put it back. If you do it in the act of a shot, it will be a foul. And he misses the shot. Kind of took himself out of the zone there just a bit. Just having a short conversation, like just kind of chatting it out a little bit. Paul Johnson says, let's go Cleiton. Hey, Crystal, I see you comment there. Yeah, that was a great video for the Liscotti Cup. Peter just checking that tangent line off of the 2-ball. He's got the ball available. He can pocket it. Just how's it going to bump off that 3-ball up there? And it goes a little heavy. He's in the rail. He can spin this ball in. He's actually okay. He can get this right in there. I don't want to say the cloth is brand new, but it is relatively new, so it's sliding a bit. So he's got to be careful that if he does do that, he doesn't scratch in the opposite corner. He's got to make sure that there's enough bite on that cue ball. Looks like he's going in on it. Got to watch the scratch there, and there was enough bite. He hit that one pretty well. I think he was hoping for it to open up for the side pocket shot on the 4. But nonetheless, he's got an open shot here. He can just follow this one forward. Shoot the 5 to the left side pocket is what I would be thinking here. Looks like he might be drawing this. Yeah, he's just a little out of sorts right now. You can see that. Jack Taransky says, Cleiton is the bomb. You got that right. Brenda says, let's go, Peter Copland. Joe Marassi, we were just talking about you. He says, hello, go Cleiton. That's right. Root on your favorite players, friends, and all that jazz. Again, the players definitely go back and they watch these matches. They want to see your comments. They want to know you're in there, rooting them on, and know that you're in their corner. Mr. Chad Bazinet popping in, saying hello. He's a bad man with a cue stick as well. Chad Bazinet coming from the stratosphere of Bangor, Maine. Not liking the reach there. Wants to make sure. Doesn't really have a ton of angle here. He might just stop it right there, or he might go with a monster draw. I don't know if he's feeling that good right now. Yeah, he went for it, but ow, look at that spin take. I mean, he had the stroke on it, but I think that because he was reaching, his cue stick ended up coming up just a bit, and he didn't really get the rotations that he was looking for, you know, to draw the ball straight back. But what a recovery there. Great shot there from Cleiton. And that's going to put him up 2-1. 2-0, sorry. And that's going to put us at 2-1 for Mr. Cleiton. You hear our tournament director, Greg Lamb, in the background calling out those matches. Worked on, adjusted, whatever it is. Ben LaFountain says, just going to ask if Chad was playing. He is a bad man with a cue, that's for sure. Absolutely he is. Absolutely he is. Yes, he is. Ben LaFountain, thank you very much for your donation. I really appreciate that. I didn't see it come through yet, but I appreciate it. All right, Cleiton looks like he might have the edge of this. And he's just going to go with a push out. He's going to leave just the back side of this one. Now what you want to do here is you want to thin it on the right side of the ball, 2 rails back underneath that 9-3. That's really what you're trying to accomplish here. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that, brother. Ben LaFountain, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, the cue ball needs to slow up. All right. A little heavy-handed there. Leave some distance, but Cleiton's got the open shot here. Again, folks, make sure you hit that share button. Make sure everybody can enjoy these matches. Share them to the pool groups you're part of. Your personal pages, all of that stuff. And yes, it tells me if you shared. So I'm going to keep you honest. Looks like he's going to the air here. Peter Copland looking for the jump shot. And that's not going to be a terrible result. Good execution on getting up over the obstruction. Doesn't pocket the ball, but he leaves Cleiton in a funny spot. The ball might trickle in. And it does. Put himself in now kind of a funny spot. I mean, everything's there. Obviously, the 4-5, you got to play a combination or a carom there. I don't think he's going to go with a bank shot. But you got to start somewhere, and that's with this 3-ball to the top corner. A little bit of distance. And I think he was trying to do a little bit much with that. I'd like to see him really just feather this ball and go on the opposite side of the 9. And he's going to go one step further and try to get behind the 7. Doesn't make it there. And I want you guys to take note of something. These guys are in competition, and they're smiling. That's something I think we should just take note of there. You know, I remember I mentioned it earlier. You know, if you are able to make it to an event like this and you decide not to, where it's like it's not a money thing, it's not a time thing, it's not a freedom thing, like you can make it and you can afford it, and you're a pool player, if you don't come, you're missing out. You're missing the point. I say it all the time, pool is just an excuse to see people you like. It's even an excuse to see people you don't like. But whatever the case is, come on, what are we doing here? Clayton going with the carom shot. He's going to hang the 5 up, but he's going to leave Peter Copland right behind that 9-ball. He's not going to like that. I mean, there's a chance he has just paint on the 4-ball. But I don't think he can actually see this. This is tough. He's going back to the jump cue. Looking okay here. Let's see if he can get it up and over. Successful jump last time. He makes contact. Is he going to get it fluked in the side? No. And it's kind of funny. Peter was doomed from the start. Look, he ended up behind the 9-ball anyways. If it did go in, he was going to be kicking on the 5-ball. That's tricky. Well, Clayton's going to accept. He didn't do anything wrong. No big deal. Clayton just verifying that his opponent wants to use that chalk there, the table chalk. Stuns it right into a nice line on this 9-ball. This will put Clayton up 3-0 if he deposits this 9-ball. And he does. All right, 3-0 now. Peter really just needs to get a little bit of fortune. Again, want to shout out, again, that's Snookers. You can get more information at snookersri.com. Snookersri.com. Peter getting dry break there. That's tough. That's tough. I'm feeling Peter's frustration right now. And I don't want to say he's really like openly frustrated, but he's got to be feeling that. He's got to be feeling frustrated right now. You know, like even when he gets the open shot, like something funny's going down, like he's not really getting control. And, you know, Cleiton had a couple of flukes there. You know, a little favorable roll. But Clayton's not doing anything wrong. He's playing strong. He's finishing the table when he's supposed to. And maybe this is the change right there that Peter needed. Let's see if he can take advantage here. You know, a lot of times I feel like when you get involved in an event, you feel like you got to do something different where it's like, oh, now it counts. Now it's the real thing or whatever. And in reality, you're supposed to just relax and play the game we play all the time. You know, just relax and enjoy the game. Just do what you're doing. You know, it's like if you were in a walking competition, you know, like you don't have to try to walk. Just go ahead and walk. You know how to do it. You do it all day, every day. And I think sometimes you maybe like put too much pressure on yourself where you just got to get it done. Just, you know, go through the motions, get it happening. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I like Peter Copland's game. I feel like he's just got like a little bit of a mental block right now or something. Kerry, yes, it is. Kerry, I mentioned earlier, man, hoping, you know, just thinking about you and your family, brother. So, again, Peter coming to the table. Nothing really great here. I'd like to see him just go for the bank and possibly bump that 5-ball up table. I want to see him shoot, though. I want to see him go for stuff. I'm feeling that frustration right now. The balls are not reacting the way he's anticipating. Will Ailey asking about the Liscotti Cup. So that is Saturday and Sunday, the 14th and 15th of December. And Friday the 13th. Again, Friday the 13th of December. There will be action at Rax on Friday night. And I'll be honest, I think we're going to see some pretty sick games, pretty sick matchups. Great shot there from Cleiton, but he doesn't get a reward as the 5-ball trickles behind the 7. So Cleiton really just walking the table, figuring out how he wants to go at this. This one's tricky. If you look at it from this angle here, it's not really a simple one-rail kick. I think he might be going with a 2-railer. Oh, he's going underneath. Okay. I don't like the result of this one. You know, like you were kind of always going to sell out kicking at it that way. You know, like there's not really too much good that can come out of that. He would have had to have made it. He would have had to made it. Peter looking okay now. Really like to see Peter finish this rack out. Just get a point up and like just get his bearings. Again, I really do like Peter's game. But I mean, we all know how it goes. Sometimes it's just feels different. You're in a foreign room, somewhere that you don't normally compete, or maybe just the the vibes are off on that particular day. And really, you just got to get yourself into a comfortable mindset, to bring out your talent and your skill. And Peter's going to get it right down in line for this 9-ball. Not taking any chances there. He's going to double check it. Right, Peter Copland taking rack 4. That's going to put him at 3-1. Went in the wrong direction. It went -1. It's like, wait a minute, I won a game and I lose. I go negative? How's that work? They were just making sure they knew who was breaking this one. We were just talking about it a minute ago. Guimon, Ryan Lynham, Josh Steele, and Lance Lascotti on his squad. And then you want to go over to Team Lucas Fracasso-Werner. He's the champion captain, reigning champ. And he's bringing some heat. He's got Rob Saez, Rob Pierce, Phil Davis, Kerry McAuliffe, and Ryan Cullen. And we got Kerry in the chat there. Kerry, I'm sure you like your team. You got pure talent, both sides. That's going to be a good one. And again, that's December 14th and 15th. And that's at Rax in Vernon, Connecticut. It's free to watch. It's only like an hour and 10 minutes from Providence, so all you snookers heads, come on down, support some of your guys. You got Kerry in there and you got Ryan in there. Those are two guys that if you're a snookers player, you should be out there supporting them. Just that alone. And they're on opposing sides this time around, but go out there and just, let them know. Yeah, Kerry McAuliffe in the chat, he's saying he's definitely eager to play with those guys. Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm excited to be there. Clayton looking for just a little bit of a jump here. And he gets over the ball, but he doesn't actually make it. And this is going to be a little tricky here. We might have someone needs to watch this. Clayton's very casual in situations like that where he's like, normally he'll be like, no, go ahead, buddy. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Dennis Grobe, thank you very much for your generous donation, my man. I really appreciate that. Again, Dennis Grobe, thank you for your donation. Hey, look, it's the lock. Wow, he double kissed it in. Really nice there. That's kind of the only way that you could make that work. That's really the only way that you could make that shot work. He needed another couple of seconds down there. I feel like he's kind of coming into his comfort, but he's kind of rushing the process, in my opinion. He doesn't have to go quick there. Just get yourself aligned and do what you got to do. Maybe he feels in a way about the TV table, but again, I like Peter Copland's game. I'm just seeing that there's something hampering him. Something like a mental block or something like that. But regardless, we got Cleiton Rocha doing what he does. 12-fingered assassin. Kerry in the chat says, I'll be excited to see the partnerships that Lucas proposes for our team. Should be an awesome event. Yeah, that's got to be a cool thing to have, kind of like an unknown type of, element there where you're not sure what exactly it's going to look like. We're not sure who's going to be partnered with who. That's got to be a factor there. I would be excited about that. Like, I get to partner with this player. I get to partner with that player. Hey, we're going to see a matchup that we've never seen before, especially with some of the players that we don't normally get, mainly Rob Sayez. And I know that I'm really excited to see him compete for us over in Vernon, Connecticut. Again, that's at Rax. That's the home of the Liscotti Cup and also the Connecticut Valley Open. That's one of the sickest tournaments of the year. That happens at Rax as well. And that tournament usually fills in, 8 minutes. I want to say there was a full field in like 8 minutes with a wait list. As soon as they release the, the ability to sign up and you can go on there and put your name on there and get in, it fills up immediately. It really does. Hey, Larry Haskell, thank you very much, brother. I see you requesting me over there. All right, Peter Copland with another opportunity to put a point up. He can be within one. Even though we've seen kind of a one-sided match thus far, Peter's got 3 balls in front of him, and that's the difference between a 1-point game and being down 4-1. That sounds terrible. 3-2, not so bad. That's not so bad. Peter getting a clear look at exactly what he wants to do here. He's okay here. Nothing too crazy to deal with. He's a little close to the rail. I don't really know if I like him jacking up here. I think he just needs to push through this. Just chalk it up and push it through. Yeah, there we go. That's what I like. I like that one. Nice shot there. I think he was concerned about the position there. Brenda in the chat is asking about Dharma Lim and Chugga. Dharma is playing, Chugga is not, and I got to say, I was a little sad that Chugga wasn't on the roster. I hope you're doing well if you're out there, Chugga. Kind of jerked his stroke at the end there. Not able to finish it up there. And I agree with that. Will Ailey go to the rail and come back out? I think he could have done that. But you know how it is. We'll never miss a shot from here. We'll never miss a shot from this side. Cleiton bumping that 9 ball. Does look like he's like basically straight in. Ben LaFountain says Matt Jarrell and Thomas Haas on table 2. That should be a great match. Yeah, you're right. Both very talented players. I did get a chance to speak to Thomas about how he felt out there, and he says he's actually feeling pretty good. When he came in last night and I spoke to Thomas, he's like, I haven't really been playing that great, and he wasn't like super confident. But I asked him just after his first match, I'm like, hey, Thomas, how do you feel out there? And he says, you know what? After I played that first match, he's like, I kind of feel great. So he's like, I'm comfortable. I'm confident. So that makes me feel like he's going to get it done. Let the guy know he's appreciated. Hey, Larry Haskell, thank you so much, my man. I really appreciate that. Larry Haskell, thank you for your generous donation. It really does mean a lot to me, and it helps. It really does help. Cleiton now leading 4-1 in this race to 9. This is a winner's side match. Yeah, guys, plenty of spectator seating available. You can see on one of our cameras here, we got a little, you see the Forest City green stanchions surrounding this featured table. There's a bunch of tables and chairs set right there where you can sit right in front of this featured table. Great contact there from Cleiton, doesn't pocket it. Better than ball in hand, though, I'll tell you that much. Remember, we were talking about ultimate pool, and you see that man jacked up on table number 11 right there? That's the guy right there. That's the guy, George Kotarakis. That's Mr. Ultimate Pool New England. Great guy. Love talking with him. He's got great plans for Ultimate Pool in our Northeast area. And I don't mind giving him a hand, directing him to some good people, and letting everybody know that it's here. And that's exactly what we're doing. Again, teams are forming right now, and that session is going to start in January. And you guys got to get some teams in there. You know, it's in every Northeast state now. You just got to reach out and say, hey, I want to do it. What do I got to do? You can reach out to me, or you can go to their Facebook page, Ultimate Pool New England. But I mean, that's that format you guys have been seeing a lot of lately. It's got the match clock and the shot clock, and see guys like Chris Melling or Justin Bergman out there firing away. All right, Mr. Copland. Deep breath, kind of settling in. All right, he's made his assessment. He's ready to execute here. Just a little draw off that side rail. Just a little. That's okay. He wanted a little bit more of an angle. I think he's still okay. Let's go right above the 7 ball here. And he's going to hit that one a little bit heavy or a little light, depending on what his plan was there, but he's very quickly moving to the safety option here. Doesn't want to leave this in front of the side pocket, even if he gets the hook. Cleiton's very handy with the jump cue. I think he did okay there. I don't know if he actually got the hook. He might have left a piece of it here. Let's see what Cleiton can do with this one here. And he's going to leave it open. Now, I know you guys are going to call me nuts for this, but maybe not. Maybe not. I was going to say I might even play this one rail first, but not from there. That's a little different. A lot of times I'll play a shot like that. If that cue ball was just like a little bit further off the rail, maybe a little further to the right, I might be playing that rail first. I'm a lunatic when I play pool. I like to make sure I'm having a great time. Just don't take my advice. Just don't take my advice. Yes, Ben LaFountain. Yes, Lucas Fracasso-Werner is in the tournament. Like I said, Mike DeShane and Lucas are the top two players, and there's a handful of other guys that totally can get it done also. Like I said, Ocean State champion Kevin Guimond, he's here. You got Thomas Haas, strong Pennsylvania player there. You got Russian Kenny in the tournament. You got Dave Hall, the Eagle. Ivo Petrov, Chad Bazinet. You got Nick Charette from Canada. Another Canadian player, you got Tommy Kayer. He's in the tournament. I mean, lots and lots of strong players. And I'm missing people too. Like I'm totally not looking at a list, and I'm messing up here by not giving you all of the names. But believe me when I tell you, there's a pretty strong field. Corky, what up, my man? I don't know what I lied about, but whatever it is, you're right, sir. I wish you were up here, dude. Having a good time. And yeah, you can get played. There's a ton of players up here. And no, they're not all champions where you're a dog in the fight. Like, plenty of players your speed that you can get into action with. Actually, your good buddy, Mr. Justin Grant, is up here. We were talking about you. All good. There's 4 tables, 3 tables, 8 tables, 7 tables, 4 tables. You name it. You can have any configuration you want. And it can be a private setting. They have those awesome extended curtains where you can kind of just get your own private area, get the event catered, put out some awesome food. And again, that's Snookers. Go to snookersri.com. Corky, from Providence, it's about 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's like the same thing from going like Providence to Yale. Like if you drove to Yale and Wallingford, it's about the same thing. About 2 hours and 20 minutes, something like that. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, tons of players here. You can bet on some players. There's going to be a ton of action tonight. There was even some good action last night. We saw Guimond playing Kenny. We saw Thomas Haas playing Samut Sam. I'm not telling you the results of those. I'll tell you in private. All right, Peter Copland looking to make something happen here. Sure what he's thinking here. I think maybe he's torn because he wants to shoot it to the corner, but he doesn't like his cue ball. And then when he says, hey, maybe I'll shoot it in the side, I don't think he likes his cue ball there either. I mean, you just got to commit here, Peter. Not sure what they're looking at here. Oh, he wants to clean the ball. Clayton's going to give him a hand doing that. I love that. I love that. Clayton's just like, yeah, dude, you want to clean the ball? Sure, I want to clean the ball. There's something on it. You got it. You know, a lot of guys out there, they're like super, they're like super nits in situations like, I'm not touching that. That's a foul if you move it or whatever. I mean, you know, just let's be a little more cordial. Yes. Brenda, yes, you're correct. It is 4-2. There's a slight lag there on the player's scoreboard, so I'll do that manually. You are correct. It's 4-2. That was kind of odd. I wasn't expecting him to miss that one. All right, he's got to drag this one out here. I don't like him going forward. Just look out for that side pocket. And he narrowly avoids it, but he does. I think he was expecting that to open up a bit. I think he wanted to go either into the 6 or at least end up under it. Now he's in another funny spot. Can play the 8 ball. Can play the 8 ball. Can also still cut the 6 ball. Got to be mindful of the cue ball. And he goes all defense. I don't mind that. He executed it well, so how do you not like it? Clayton has an off-angle one-rail kick here. He would be kicking towards our camera view right now. Would have to spin it. There's no natural line from that spot. See if he can make this happen. He's looking to kick the 6 up table. I would have liked to see him hit it at a different speed, but he does sell out. Sells it out. Jack Taransky, yeah, no Jared, no Chugga, no Kerry. Quite a few players missing. Yeah, I agree. I would have liked to see all 3 of those guys in this one. Sorry, I can't. Yeah, I'm wishing that those guys were in this one as well. It's really you know, like I always like to see all of the players come out, but you know, you guys know that it's tough. It's tough. Nice shot there from Peter Copland. Little Robert Plant music playing in the background. See what he can make happen here. And the 9 ball's going to hook him there. No bueno. All right, now this is where I want him to kind of just do a lap. Go look at it from the other side, too. Don't just stay on this side. Got to look at the other side, too. Get some perspective. Get some more references. You know, you got to look at both sides. Sometimes you go to the other side and you go, oh, obviously I can just hit it like this. But, he's only looking at it from one side. You got to look at the other side here. And he's going to clip the 9-ball. He's not happy about that. That's a big game, making it 4-3 versus 5-2. Big swing right there. All right, he's going to give that one to Cleiton. Going to make us 5-2. Just confirming lineup, Josh Steele and Lance Lascotti. How do you not want to go watch that? Come down, you can bet every match if you'd like. And obviously there will be some tables. You can get into a game of your own, but, come down and support your guys. If you can't make it out, I'll be there broadcasting for you, but in any case, come out and support the crew. Yeah, Kerry, I knew that was the case, brother. We're thinking of you. We're thinking of you. You see on our neighboring table, I know I mentioned Mr. Ultimate Pool, George Kotarakis, but you see the boy shooting right now, that backwards hat, that's Roy Morgridge. And that dude is good. That dude is good. And I know he hasn't been really out and about, and we haven't really heard his name a ton. But let me tell you something. That boy can shoot. That boy can shoot. That boy is super strong. When he's like in pool, actively, that guy can get down. I want to say he was in the New Hampshire area, but now I think he's moved into the southern area of Maine. But I'm just really happy that he made it out. Wow, that was kind of a bad roll for Cleiton there. Trying to play two-rail position, and he hit the jaw. Stuck underneath the 7. Looking to land right on top of this 6-ball. And he does that pretty well. I think he is going to sell out a shot, though. And he is. All right, Peter Copland, this is his opportunity to really take advantage here. Got to take control here. Put a point up. Let your opponent know that you've got a pulse. Let them know you're there. Wants to regroup here. He can go all the way around or stun off the rail. He goes with a little bit of a draw. Not terrible. Just needs to maintain composure here. Play the last 2 in the same pocket. It should be all set for him here. All right, Copland to go 5-3 here in our winner's side race to 9, and he gets it done. All right, 5-3 now. Cleiton still leading. For fun in pool. It's always nice to see some new formats and new leagues, and to top it all off, I mean, come on, $100,000 guaranteed for their first place team. That's pretty strong. That's pretty strong. All right, 5-3 here. Again, we're racing to 9. I don't like the demeanor of that shot there. It was kind of a lax attempt there, in my opinion. And Peter Copland still not getting a great end of that. Looks like he wants to maybe bank it up behind the 5, 2 rails with the cue ball. Maybe try to get underneath the 7. Let's see how he gets this done here. Think he was trying to do what I said there, but he just doesn't execute. But now these tables, I want to say that these tables are not fresh cloth, but they're still relatively new, so there is a little bit of slide to them still. And if a player is not comfortable with that or not used to it, not familiar with that aspect, you just have to be aware that you might see some shots that are like, what the heck is this guy doing? And it might look way off. And it's literally not the player. It's just they're not really sure how the reactions are going to be. And sometimes that's just how it goes. Let's see what Peter can do here. Nice contact there. Where's the cue ball going to end? And it's going to finish out in the open. There's a chance that Cleiton's going to hit this 6 ball and it doesn't go in. He made it. Nice shot there. 12-fingered assassin. Showing us what he's made of. And leading 5-3 here. Look at that thin cut. Nice control, too. Oh, I was going to say, he had nice control there, but obviously the speed was a bit heavy. Goes right into the side pocket. Peter Copland getting what he was needing, especially early on in this match. There's a real good chance that he bumps this up to 5-4 here. All of the position is pretty much automatic. He could even shoot this into the opposite side pocket and literally stop shot it. Like no position needed. Just stop the ball. If he plays it from this side, he can roll forward into shape, but he doesn't need to. He can play it from the other side and just stop it. I mean, you got to go with your gut. Got to go with your gut, whatever you're feeling. That's what you got to do. I really, if I had to make an assessment here of watching these two gentlemen play, one thing I am sure of, I would like to see Peter, see how he's taking a walk over and just checking out what his next shot looks like. I also want to see him look at some of the shots from the opposite side, just for reference. Different perspective. You can see things differently. Peters. Looking okay right here. 2 rails and up. Doesn't want to overhit it. I think he played the speed pretty well there. Nice shot from Peter Copland. Yeah, there we go. Keep your pace, but get a little perspective at the same time. Nice shot there. Fires at 5-4 now. Now we got a 1-point game. I think at one point we were, 3-1? 3-0, then 3-1, something like that. I mean, Peter Copland really showing that he's still in this match here. 5-4 right now. And it's Peter's break here. So that's a factor, too. He's doing a great job. Really is. All right, here we go. Copland breaking rack 10. He's down 5-4. We're racing to 9. All right, that's going to be dry break. I don't think Cleiton's going to go for this, but there is a carom on. He could kind of just draw right into the 9 ball. And he likes it. He does like it, but what do I know? I'm crazy. All right, 6-4 now for Cleiton. Hey, John Brandon, how we doing, sir? I'm doing okay. I'm going to start to fade, I'm sure, at some point. But for right now, I still got some gas in the tank. We're still doing okay. The street, check out snookersri.com. You can see all the information on that stuff. snookersri.com. Peter, looks like he's going to try to back cut this one all the way to the bottom left corner. I mean, hey, Peter, if you like it, right? Tricky shot. And he nails it. Doesn't get below the 2 ball, though. And he's in another tricky spot here. You know, the 3 ball is sitting on that top rail. So making this ball is not really going to offer him good position. So again, really tough spot here to be in. And he's kind of balancing playing safe or playing the shot because he's not really sure what he really wants to do. Is it possible he's trying to play the carom off the 5 or even a combination? I'll tell you what, he played it perfectly. Although I'm not sure that was his intention, he did play it perfectly. Lucas is here. John Brandon in the chat asking about Lucas. I mean, he's here. I don't know where exactly he is, but you can go to Digital Pool. Go check that out. Josh Rupard in the chat. He says Tyson was up on Dave Hall 5-3 last I checked. What? Let's go, Tyson. Kicking ass out there. And Peter saying, nah, go ahead. And Roy says, I'm not falling for that. I'm not falling for that move. You go. Christopher Susi, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Chris. And I don't know if it comes through, but I do try real hard for all you guys. Try real hard. Try to make it happen. Try to make it work. And it is work. It's working in that aspect. All right, Peter Copland looking to get back within one. And trying to hold it with the inside. It's really tough to do that, especially when the tables are still slick. And again, like, I don't want to say that they're like completely brand new sliding in that way, but they are still a bit slick. You know, so like in that case, you got to spin the ball, but not a lot of forward pace. You know, he hit that one a little bit firm. Didn't have enough time to really react on that top rail, which is why he's in this position now. It didn't really bite. You know, like, it's just a totally different game depending on the equipment that you're playing on. And got to make sure of that. Hey, Chris, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate your donation. I just saw that come through. Thank you, Chris. Really appreciate that. All right, he comes with defense. He's going to leave the 6-ball wide open, though. Cleiton should have no problem going 7-4 up here. You see the confidence of the 12-fingered assassin. Powell nails it. Soft shape here, doesn't need to pound this one. Cut it in, floats right into line here. There you go, 7-4 now to Cleiton. And he's feeling confident. You know it. You know, Peter Copland's had a few opportunities to make this match a bit tighter. But I'll be honest, I'm not really sure if Cleiton realizes that Peter's at the table right now and he's still alive and well. Thanks. All right, Peter Copland. That's rack number 12. And he's got a ball down, but he's still in a tough spot. You know, Peter's had a few open opportunities, but not really working for him where he can extend those positive runs that he's gotten there. You know, I mean, in this situation here, I mean, I'm going to say maybe just bank the one-up table, maybe try to get the cue ball 2 rails behind the 9. It looks like he has enough of it. Really just be mindful of the cue ball. I don't know. He's jacking up like he can't see it, but I'm pretty sure he had enough of it to see it. he's going to leave the shot for Cleiton. That's got to be frustrating right there. It's got to be frustrating. Knowing Cleiton, I think he's just going to go with it. Just shoot at it. I'm not going to lie. The way Cleiton approached that shot and the execution of it, he kind of looked a little spaced. I don't know if you're getting that. Maybe he's like just looking for a drink of water or something. But it just seemed like he was like a little spaced when he shot that. I mean, I'm not trying to read too deep into it, but nonetheless, Peter Copland coming with what he's got. We're going to see if he can make this one happen. Looking for the 2-ball here. He's extending. Combination here. Just got to watch what happens with the 3-ball. I think he's a favorite to make the combination. But really, it's the secondary shot afterwards. Is he going to get that open shot on the 3-ball after shooting this one? I mean, he's locked in. You can see he's dialed into the game right now. Like he's in pool. You can see him maneuvering his feet, getting his stance, selective. And there you go. Nice shot there, Peter Copland. I like to see him get a little bit looser. You know what I mean? And I don't want to say like I want him to speed up. I just want him to be a little more loose. Like he looks tense. I don't know if you guys are picking up the same thing I am, but I'd like to see him just be a little bit more loose. It's a tricky one right here. Got to navigate the cue ball 2 rails between the 5-8. And he does okay. A little long. I mean, I'll tell you what, it's better that he ended up where he is now versus being directly in front of that 9-ball. That would have made this really tricky, but this isn't out of Peter's realm. He can make this one, still finish the rack out. Kind of decelerated a bit. And he's going to give Cleiton the opportunity to get himself on the hill. Another massive game right here, 7-4. That can be 8-4 or 7-5. And that, that's just like a world of difference. It really is. All right, doesn't need to have a ton of cue ball movement here. Just really needs to pocket it. Nice shot there. Wipes its feet, but he makes it to the hill. 8-4 now for Mr. Cleiton Rocha. If you look at the top of your screen right now, there he is, Bo Powers. There's been a Bo Powers sighting. I got to say this out loud because I try to do this myself, and I notice it when other people do it. Bo Powers, he's a tournament director, but but he's not a hypocrite. He goes out and plays in the events. He'll tell you, hey, come play in the events, but he'll also go out and play in them. And that's how you do it, in my opinion. You set the example. You know, if you're going to tell people to come play pool, why not? Sorry, I was not mindful of the chat there. Joy McFeeters, how you doing? Yeah, Thomas is in the background doing what he does. You can actually see him on the top left right now. That's him. That's table 2. He's playing Matt Jarrell. John Brandon, yeah, 12-fingered assassin. That's Cleiton. Do your homework, son. The hell you? Yes. This is news to you, but the rest of the pool world's been knowing about that. Chris asking about the 9-ball. Honestly, it's rack your own. I don't think that would ever count in the bottom 2 if it's rack your own, and if it does, then I think everybody should be fighting the tournament director. I mean, I wouldn't like that. I'm pretty sure it doesn't count in the bottom 2, but stranger things have happened. Not sure if Peter needs the bridge for this, or... Yeah, he does. He does need the bridge. Let's see what he can put together here. I would think that he's going to play the shot, but it looks like he's actually maybe playing defense. You got to shoot it. All right, just found out what we're getting after this match right here. And I'll be honest with you, I'm excited. And if you blink, the match might be over because we're getting a demon. Speed-wise, we're getting a demon. We're getting 2 good friends of mine. Love both of these guys, and they're both talented players. So we're going to see Mr. Chad Bazinet and Justin Grant go at it. That's going to be our next one right here. Wow, talk about a roll. Cleiton makes such a nice shot. No reward. So again, our next match is going to be Chad Bazinet, Justin Grant. That's going to be right here for your viewing pleasure. Peter being still at just 4 games here. His back's against the wall, and he needs to come with something right away, or Cleiton's going to end up taking this one from him. 8-4. Again, we're racing to just 9. Not much time. Not much time left. Peter going to the jump cue. Makes contact, and he's going to be okay here. Nice shot, Peter Copland. Shot from Peter. Guys and gals, again, if you're in the area, you're in the vicinity, come on down. There's tons of players here. A lot of people that came just to watch, to be honest. No way. No way. And Peter's just got to sit down and accept that, take it on the chin. You know, the rolls in pool are going to happen to all players at times, but you just have to accept that. You have to accept it. Just deal with it. He went for the dub. No way. No way. Poor Cleiton says, oh, man, I'm sorry. And there you go. You see, you got to take it on the chin. All right, boys and girls, we're going to be back with another winner's side match for you in just a couple. Don't go too far. We'll be right back.